nation. No donation, no salvation.
And remember, respect is everything.
And we are back, and today we are looking at Bumblebee. So, I wanted to do a kind of more modern sports car for Bumblebee. Obviously, yes, this is inspired by the Bayverse one, to a degree, of course. Piece there's a little suspect looking. But instead of basing him off of a Chevy Camaro, I decided to base him off of a video game car that I really like called the GT Concept from Burnout Paradise, which is heavily inspired by the Chevy Camaro. Funny enough, that game came out in 2008, but the front end of that car really resembles the, I think it was the ZL1 that came out 2 years later, so like a little bit after Revenge of the Fallen. I don't know if they just happened to have predicted what that front end would look like, or if they just somehow saw the prototypes of the early car and just modeled it after that. But anyway, I decided to base it off that vehicle because I always thought video game cars were a lot cooler, because it's amazing how many cool designs there are in video game cars that in some ways sort of outdo the real life counterparts. Now, because this is based on the GT Concept from Burnout Paradise, it is supposed to be a more orangey yellow, kind of like this. Unfortunately, I had fenders too, I just didn't have enough of the right pieces to replicate the whole color. So I decided to go with the standard yellow since it is Bumblebee, so it made more sense. But I had fenders and everything, I just didn't have enough of like these curved pieces and such to properly do it in this kind of orangey color like it was in the game. But in the game you could recolor the cars, so we'll just pretend it's a recolored GT Concept. But anyway, here's the car mode. A little smaller than, I was expecting him to turn out. Although it is Bumblebee, so I kind of want to keep him in that kind of mini-bot state. Even though this is somewhat inspired by the Bayverse version of Bumblebee, I want to keep it, since this is my story and my lore, I decided, they're going to look how I want them to look. So he's still a mini-bot, so that's why the car mode looks kind of compact. Funny enough, in the game, there were these DLC cars called toy cars, which were these cute little kind of scrunched up versions of the main cars from the game. So I guess you could say it's kind of based on that if you want to do that. But there's the front of the car. Did the best I could to try and recreate it. There is a big gap here where the head is, but I mean there was only so much I could do to kind of keep the shape of this thing. I did make him a weapon as well. Just a little blaster with a little stud launcher in it. There it is. Nothing fancy, but it works, so we'll put that back here. Without further ado, let's get to the transformation. Okay, so since he is one of my car bots, he is going to be relatively simple. So what you want to do is pull out the windshield. I said pull out the windshield, not pull it off. That stupid tab is too tight. There's a little tab that clips into there, but seems it might be a little too tight, but that's no big deal. Alright, go ahead and fold that out. Then what you want to do is take the hood, go ahead and fold that back, get it out of the way so the arms have clearance. And then go ahead and fold the arms out like that so that they're facing forward. Rotate the legs so that they're facing the correct way. Very similar to my 70s Camaro Bumblebee that I did a while back. So same style of transformation and everything. Go ahead and spread the legs. Bring the arms forward ever so slightly. Alrighty. And just get the head tilted back. A nice little pose. And there he is, in his robot mode. So yeah, he's really short, kind of stubby looking. Which, I mean, that's how I feel Bumblebee should be. Here's my 70s Camaro Bumblebee, by the way. If you haven't seen that video, it's one of my older videos, but feel free to check it out if you can. But anyway, here he is in robot mode. Oh, those knees are really loose. It's the only downside. Let's go ahead and give him his gun. Or blaster. Alright, plug that in. And he's ready for action. So, relatively short video, I know, but until next time, you all have a good one.
Hallelujah! Another soul saved!